Okay, we're live. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope everybody has had a pretty good Thursday, all things considered. Let's get talking Manchester United. A lot of things we want to go through on tonight's show. And first and foremost, big ups to Peter in the chat as well. Hope you're good, man. So let's get talking Manchester United. Plenty we want to get talking about. And I'm going to put it out there, guys. This is a massive week for Erik ten Hag. This might be one of the most important weeks of the entire season, maybe of his managerial career at Manchester United. What we do in the next 7 days will definitely determine what we can achieve throughout this season. And the situation is not good, guys. I cannot lie. We're going into the international break now. We've got 2 matches left. We play Forest, we play Arsenal. We've managed to lose Mason Mount for 4 to 6 weeks. We've lost Mount and Mainoo. We need at least 1 midfielder, probably 2. Will we get a single midfielder? That's what we got to ask ourselves. I hope we do. I really hope we do. Big up Sleaze in the chat as well. Hope all's good, man. So asking you guys in the poll as well, because I want to know your guys' thoughts on this one. Will Manchester United have a successful end to the summer? Now, the summer, in my opinion, it started very well. We got Mount in June. We got Onana in July. We got Højlund towards the end of July, the start of August. From there, it has hit a complete and utter halt, and we needed more. We said all along. Luman's in the chat. Good to see you, man. Hope all's good. But yeah, guys, look, no doubt in my mind, it was a good start to the summer. The first 6 weeks, very, very positive. And we went into August. We were looking at bringing Amrabat in. We were looking at maybe an experienced forward. Maguire was going to go. McTominay probably going to go. Now we're stuck with these players once again and no new incomings. And that has to be a big concern. Jarl is down there. It does sound like we're getting 5 players. Tabedo, Gravenberch, and Amrabat, the keeper, and Leonardo. I think those are just players linked. I would be very, very surprised if we managed to bring in 5 players between now and the end of the window. We were promised at least 1 more. That's what the Manchester Evening News, for instance, had said. United expects 1 more signing at least. Who that's going to be? What is that going to mean? That is up for interpretation. Does that mean a backup goalkeeper? Does that mean Johnny Evans? Does that mean Stefan Amrabat or Gravenberch? Because that 1 more signing we definitely are expecting. Depending on what that is and what it's going to be, it's really going to answer a lot of questions. And look, right now we've got holes in this team. We've got serious issues in the midfield. Air fans down there, still a lot of bad players in the team, such as Harry Maguire. Yeah, look, I will totally agree with that one. Very disappointing that he hasn't left Manchester United. But this is such an important week for Erik ten Hag. We have to sell somebody. Clearly, this club will not spend the money without the sale. So who are we going to sell? Is it going to be Van de Beek? That no movement is there. Maguire's not going to go. McTominay, very questionable. I doubt he goes. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Dean Henderson? Is it going to be Brandon Williams? Like, what's it going to be? What's that going to look like? Peter says, I've learned this window, GBH, turned the window, GBH. It involves Glazer's board and Ten Hag. 1 out of 3 is not good enough. Need new owners and a new board and keeping Ten Hag. Yeah, I would agree, absolutely. They said weeks ago, would you go to a lower team, play more, less wages, or sit on the bench for 300,000 a week? That's what it comes down to. Some players would want to play the matches. Some players would want to have the football and the career and the ambition. But some players are very happy with the money. And it's not that if Maguire went to West Ham, he wouldn't be earning a very good wage. He would earn maybe like 5 times my yearly salary a week, maybe more. So like that's what we're talking about here. Like he'd probably be getting 150,000 a week at West Ham. So I don't even know. That's like 7 years of my salary every single week. Like it's a depressing thought as well. Charles says the biggest insult Ten Hag can do Maguire is to get Tabedo. I also think playing Johnny Evans ahead of him is going to do that as well. I mean, Johnny Evans, free agent signing, 35 years old. If he comes in and plays ahead of Maguire, clearly Maguire is not fancied whatsoever. But look, guys, want to get talking here. We want to get looking at some players definitely coming in. So Altay Bayender did a medical for Manchester United today ahead of the Fenerbahce match against FC 20. He did say goodbye to the fans. He walked around the pitch. He did the usual clapping the fans, waving goodbye. So it looks like he's coming in. And I wasn't too enthused about this signing, but I guess if Onana's going to go back to Cameroon, if Onana is going to be playing in the African Cup of Nations, we're going to need a goalkeeper for most of January. So I don't think, I don't know, I can't complain about that. Irfan says Maguire is a big flop and has to go. I mean, yeah, he has to go. Absolutely, man. Completely agree with that. When he needs to leave this football club, there's no future for him here. He will never get into this team. And whilst he might think Varane will be injured, there's no guarantees that Ten Hag would even pick Harry Maguire over, I don't know, Lindelof, or putting Luke Shaw at centre back. Like, that is the levels that Maguire is at. Not too many players stick around after they've been stripped of a captaincy. They really haven't, and I can't think of too many examples. Maybe you had Granit Xhaka, I think, last year at Arsenal, but that might have been about it. Outside of that, when a player gets stripped of the captaincy, it's their time to go. And Maguire hasn't gone yet. Drop a like on the video as well, guys. We're up to 12 likes. Can we get up to 20? Would be absolutely fantastic if we could. Let's get a look as well at some other stuff. So this is one we want to get talking about, and this is a signing we absolutely need, and that is Sofyan Amrabat. So according to Sky Sports, Fiorentina and Amrabat are both waiting for Manchester United still to make a formal move. What are we doing, guys? Like, seriously, it's clear we wanted Amrabat. We wouldn't have went in and agreed personal terms with Sofyan Amrabat if we didn't want to sign him. So why are we not doing anything? That's my question. Jeremy says, give Ferdinand a 1-year deal and have him start over Slav. Maybe. Irfan wants to see Maguire go to Liverpool. That could be a funny one. And Lee says, if any player can take it on the chin, Harry can. I mean, maybe that's it as well, man. It's a good point as well. So look, we're going to get talking here as well. Simon Jones with another report on Sofyan Amrabat. I'm genuinely concerned about this one as well. United are in pole position to sign Amrabat, but they must sell first to raise funds. I don't see the sales coming, guys. I really don't. Let me see. Is that all good? Yeah, that's good. That's good. But yeah, look, we need to sell. Where's the sales coming from? That's my question. A couple of weeks ago, Maguire was going. McTominay was maybe going. Van de Beek was going. We were looking at other players as well going. Maybe Martial. Now, where is the money going to come from? Where is the substantial sale? Where is the big cash influx? Because look, we've sold Noam Emran for £900,000 or something. It's like we're scraping down the back of the sofa looking for loose change to try get the last couple of pounds together. That's not how Manchester United should be working as a club. It's not. This is the biggest club in the world, especially commercially. Why are we scraping money together from the back of the sofa to try get down to the shop and buy what we need? It is an embarrassment. As Peter says, Lindelof might be getting itchy feet as well. Maybe. I mean, I would back Lindelof at least to have the ambition to go. Yusuf says, good evening, guys. Give me good news. The good news is there's 1 week left of the transfer window. So 1 week that we have to listen and put up with all these transfer merry-go-rounds and fake player links and Willy Won'ties and stuff. Then we can finally just focus on the football, I guess. I guess that's the best news I can give you guys, because it's not looking good. This is a massive week for United, and we didn't want to be in this position. We really did not want to go into a really important season, a really competitive season, where all our rivals have strengthened, and we have failed to really get done what we need to get done. Lee says West Ham would be a great move. It would be. Irfan says United so slow in the transfer market. Glazers out. Yeah, absolutely. We're very slow in the transfer market as well. Gerald says we have sold players for about 25 million. That we do not have money for Amrabat is a very strange thing to say. Yeah, absolutely, man. Stephanie's in there as well. Good to see you, Stephanie. Hope all is good. But yeah, look, that's what I would say, guys. We genuinely have to think about this and genuinely consider it as well. We have sold Anthony Elanga for 16 million. We have sold Fred for 13 million. We sold Matej Kovar for 9 million. We sold Tellez for 6 million. So between all of those players, we should be looking at about 45 million pounds worth of sales there. And where is it? That's my question as well, because yes, we spent money, but we were told originally £150 million budget. If we spent 65 on Højlund, 45 on Onana, so that would take us to what, 110? Then we got Mount at 55. That could take us 165. Then we take away the 45. That takes us to 120. We should have around another 30 million pounds that we can work with. So where's that money? That gets us Sofyan Amrabat. That pays for a loan fee as well if we want Gravenberch. Where is that? That's my question. Dr. Schmeichel says as well, I can see us trying for a striker, Leonardo, for example, and getting someone like Martinez in midfield. Lee says Rashi needs a fitting striker like a Rooney. And Ashid is in the chat. Good to see you, Ashid. Hope all's good, man. We do have links to Leonardo as well, guys. So I want to get talking about this. He's an interesting player. Definitely a very, very talented player. And looks like we're trying to hijack a loan moved by Roma. So this is coming in from Gazzetta in Italy. Manchester United are trying to hijack the move for Santos Marcos Leonardo. United are ready to bid higher than the 25 million euros that has been offered by Roma. So I think he's a good player. I think he's an exciting player. How that transfers from Brazilian League to Premier League, that's not an easy transition to make. It's not like Spanish League where we can make an accurate sort of prediction how things work as well. Just says, what's Donny doing in M16? This is annoying. Donny should be gone as well, man. I can only assume that we've struggled to move him on because the injuries, we've paid so much money. We probably pay him a lot of money a week as well. So everything adds up, guys. And the wages are the big ones as well. Sinkin's down there. Good up, man. Good to see you. Hope all is good, man. Let's get talking as well, because there is loads of stuff I want to go through. Irfan says 190 centimeters tall, so he must be quite tall. I wasn't really aware of his height or anything. Another player we want to get talking about as well, guys, is a very talented young player. Not had a good 12 months or so, but the talent's definitely there, and that is Yeremy Pino. So Pino is a winger who plays for Villarreal. This is coming in from Muppeteers. United have been looking at Pino throughout the summer. Whether this is a move we make or not, I'm not sure. It would be strange to bring a wide player in. I don't think it's what we need. We would be asking ourselves what's going to happen with Anthony or Sancho if we brought in Pino. Giles says, I listened to an analyst post from Brazil coming out and said United will outbid Roma for Leonardo. Maybe we do. Is Santos Leonardo hijack not dependent on sales while it's just Amrabat? It's a good point. It is a good point. But I do think it coincides with a lot of what we've heard in recent weeks. We've said, first and foremost, Ten Hag has started to demand a striker. And that comes because he expected Mason Greenwood to be back. So that leaves him a forward down. Maybe that's going to be Leonardo. Maybe that's what we want. And I think someone made a great point the other night as well. When you guys consider it, Manchester United started last season with Ronaldo was still at the club. Obviously, Martial was still at the club. Mason Greenwood, the situation wasn't resolved. We started with 3 strikers last season. And this season, we're only starting with Højlund. Martial's not going to be fit. Even from the season before, we still had Cavani as well. So in the last 2 seasons, we've went from having Greenwood, Martial, Cavani and Ronaldo 2 seasons ago to only having Martial and Højlund now. We need more strikers. And I think depth is so important in that area. Even if you only play with 1 striker, I think you definitely need more than 2, in my opinion. And I remember the last Fergie teams they had a lot of top strikers in there. Rooney, Van Persie, Chicharito, Danny Welbeck. They all offered different stuff, and they were all very, very good options. And it gave us some depth as well. Drop a like on the video, guys. We're up to 18 likes. Can we get up to 30? There's 65 people in here, so smash the like button, guys. Only takes a second as well. Will be so appreciated. Stephanie says, if we don't beat Forest on Saturday, things could get ugly at Old Trafford. I still have a lack of movement on midfield and the striker front. Yeah, absolutely, Stephanie. 100%. You're correct there. As well as that, I will say this as well. If it's a bad result, the protest afterwards will be very interesting. For anyone not aware, the 1958 group are trying to organise a staged sit-in for at least 60 minutes after the match where they will refuse to move from their seats as a protest. It's different, I guess, from the marches. Obviously, it's not going to be feasible to empty the stadium. That's just not going to happen. So they're going to sit in, and let's hope it works. Let's see. Irfan says United need height, and 190 centimeters in the team would be good with Ibrahim Sangare. I think, yeah, we need height. I think we need athleticism as well. We need genuine strength and pace as well in the team. Not heard of Pino. What sort of winger is he? Ten Hag seems to like wingers who cut inside rather than traditional byline huggers. Yeah, he's kind of, I wouldn't really, from what little I've seen of the guy, and look, I might be wrong in this one, but from what I've seen of him, he does seem to be not a traditional winger. Might not actually be that quick, but he kind of comes in and plays a lot of 1-2s and plays in and around. Maybe not someone like an Anthony who wants to cut in and shoot, but maybe when you think, if you look and you watch Barcelona play when Gavi plays left wing, it's kind of like that situation, I think. Who else have we got in the comments? We've got 1.5 strikers, and we wonder why we don't score goals. That's true. I mean, Hoyland's not even fit, so either. So it's not looking good, guys. Irfan says big problem in the number 9. Lautaro Martinez or Osman will be the level of United. They would be, but we're not going to have the money to spend, unfortunately. Sima is saying, United, which players are we going to sign next transfer window is coming to an end? It is, man. We've got 1 week, 7 days, and then it's deadline day. And we have a lot of work to do. Midfielder is absolutely essential. A forward would be very nice as well. But I think we got to get that midfielder in before, because we've no Mainoo, we've no Mount now. We're down to Casemiro, Ericsson, McTominay and Bruno. We sold Fred, we didn't replace. And now we're getting overworked in midfield every single week. So it's either play Ericsson and get completely dominated, or play McTominay and not be able to keep the ball. We need to improve, and we need to get those options in. Midfield, Stefan Amrabat has to be key target. Ryan Gravenberch probably target number 2 for Erik ten Hag. But we gotta get moving on it, guys. We do have an interesting update as well. This is coming in from Nazar Kinsella of the Evening Standard in London, and he has said Scott McTominay is braced for further interest from West Ham. Now, I don't think this is going to happen, guys, because of the injuries, because of everything that's gone on with Mount and Mainoo and those players. I don't think we're going to sell McTominay. I would love to sell him. I think we need to, but I don't think we're going to do it with the players out who are currently injured. Let's see. Rujan says, take Bruno out of the squad. Nah, I wouldn't do that, man. Absolutely not. Bruno is so important to how this team plays. If we don't play Bruno Fernandes, we're not going to make a chance. That's the top and bottom of it. Based on the poll as well, guys, will United have a successful end to the summer? We have 52 votes at the moment. 48% are saying yes, we will do bits between now and the end of the season. We have 23% saying maybe, and 29% saying no. So the majority of people saying no, we're not going to have a very successful end to the window. Let's hope the majority are wrong on this one. Who we got? Stephanie says as well, I would personally drop the inverted wingers nonsense and try Sancho on the right, Anthony on the left. Maybe might help Wan-Bissaka and Sean respectively, with their runs, or just wing play to accommodate Rashford. I mean, maybe, but Rashford's best position's on the left as well, and we're kind of opening up a lot of different things there. Look, I would quite like the idea of having one side cut in and the other one take it to the byline. I think that gives us something different on either side. So on the right, let's try one of Sancho or Pellistri and take Anthony out of this team, because Anthony's not cutting it at the minute. And look, I think he's a really talented player. I think he will have a good season, but I think we need something here now to try build up the levels. Let's see as well. Irfan says West Ham have Kudus. I think they're gonna get him. Stefan, would I go to Saudi League for 200 million if I was Salah? It's kind of hard to answer, man. I don't know what Mo Salah's financial situation's like. I imagine after playing for Liverpool for a lot of years, it will be good. But I mean, it's up to him, I guess. But it would be good for rival fans. But if you're a Liverpool fan and if they sell Mo Salah with 7 days left in the window, man, they're not going to be a happy group whatsoever. Who else is down there? So Fresh is down there. Good to see you, man. What's the protest plan for Saturday? Will be a 60-minute sit-in after the match by the 1958 group. So that's the protest this week, and hopefully there's going to be more of them across the season. This is the first attempted sit-in, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Before, it's mostly been marches and stuff into the ground, but I think this is going to be an interesting one. Obviously, we got the big stuff saying, oh, what we want to do is empty Old Trafford, and yeah, that could be so visually fantastic to see, and that could really send a message, but I just don't see it happening, guys. I really don't. That's just my opinion, though. I know other clubs have tried it. we do have a little bit of a concerning update coming in as well. So this is coming in from Dean Amrabat, who is a former Watford player and the older brother and agent to Stefan Amrabat. So this, well, I think, no, sorry, he's not. He's just the older brother. But there is something about the agency as well of Amrabat. I will have to pull that up, but this is coming in from Dean Amrabat. There is contact for his brother, Stefan Amrabat, the Amrabat United want, to join Galatasaray, and he hopes it happens. Would be a big shame if we lost out on the player. Luman says, am I doing a watch along? No, guys, I will not be doing a watch along, unfortunately. So tonight and tomorrow, that's my last 2 streams. Then I've got holidays coming up as well. So I'm going on Saturday, so I will be gone for about a week or so. But I do have some stuff recorded, and we will be getting them up. So don't worry, you guys can definitely still get your fix of me sitting talking about Manchester United. If you guys agree with me, or if you think I talk nonsense, it's still going to be there for you regardless. So 57 votes in the poll, 46% saying, yeah, we're going to have a good end to the season. I like that confidence. 23 saying maybe. And almost a third of you guys are saying, no, it's not going to be a good end to the season and the good end to the transfer window. Let's hope so, because this is a massive week and we need something. We desperately need something to happen in this last 7 days. That's going to be so important, guys. Really is. Irfan says Estupinan, Nicola Barella, and Ibrahim Sangare. I mean, I don't think we're getting any of those players, man. Who would everyone prefer, Amrabat or Gravenberch? There we go, Sinkins addicted. There we go, man. That's what I thought. What would everyone prefer? I'm going to take Amrabat, in my opinion. I think he answers more of what we need, but let me know your thoughts down below as well. So I will just post that up for everyone to answer as well. Would you guys prefer Amrabat or Gravenberch? Get it into the comments, guys. So yeah, so one deal confirmed, completed today as well, guys. That is Brandon Williams joining Ipswich Town on a loan to buy clause with £5 million buy option for Ipswich. Let's hope they get it. Sinkins says he wants Gravenberch. I like Gravenberch. I think he's probably a more exciting player, but I think Amrabat's just so solid and so what we need as well. It might be a little bit boring, but I'm still going to take Amrabat. Irfan says, yes, Victor Osimhen, 200 million. I mean, if we had 200 million to spend on Victor Osimhen, I would be a very happy man, but I don't see it happening. Ashid wants both them. I would agree with Ashid. I mean, that would be the ideal situation, guys. That's exactly what we need. Both players make a huge difference to this team and would give us the depth we need. Really want a good signing before the end of the window. Can't see it happening. My opinion is God. There we go. You guys have heard it. Apparently, my opinion is God. Gotta love that there one. Honestly, but let me just go through a couple more things here as well, guys. So, I think this one kind of points to the levels of Dean Henderson, and I mean, for a guy who thinks he should be Manchester United #1, he's potentially going back to Sheffield United again. Stephanie says, certainly David Rashi needs a reality check in his position and step up. Yeah, I would agree with that one. But Sheffield United exploring the possibility of bringing back Dean Henderson on loan. I want to sell this guy. I've wanted to sell him all summer because we're sitting on top of 20 million there. We're literally just sitting on top of that money, and it's so disappointing we haven't sold. It really is, guys. Been saying it for a long time as well. One of our big mistakes this summer was to try use Dean Henderson's situation as a negotiation tool to try drive down £2 or £3 million from Inter Milan. And it's as simple as that, because we basically prevented any move to Forest and held it out, drawn it out, just so we could say to Inter Milan, oh, if you don't sell us Onana at a good price, we'll just play Dean Henderson and we'll be fine. We'll do without. And in the end, we basically played what Inter wanted for Onana, and now we can't sell Dean Henderson because Forest already went and bought a goalkeeper. So we're looking at loaning the guy again, and he's like 25 or 26 at this point. Like, this is just bizarre. I don't know how we haven't sold this guy yet. I don't know how he's still at Manchester United Football Club, but we gotta get rid. We're up to 26 likes as well, guys, so drop a like. I like Amrabat if we're getting, but I would go for Gravenberch. Based purely on his ball carrying and dribbling with creations. After Bruno, we got no creativity. That's a good point as well. Might be controversial, but I'm not convinced by Rashford. Great season last year, but as I said, need to step up and prove himself. I think as well, it's also there does look to be attitude issues there, and I don't know if it's fitness or what it is, but against Tottenham, there was no work at all in him, no pressing, no nothing. Irfan says Chelsea go for Caicedo and Enzo for 200 million. Why is United, the big club, not going for Osimhen for 200 million? I wish they would, but the Glazers won't be willing to spend that money either. To be fair, Sheffield is probably below Henderson at this point, but it's also hard to be fair to Hendo. Yeah, it is. I think Palace is a better move if that's what's going to happen for him. So let's see what else we got here, guys, as well. Unfortunately, Rasmus Højlund's debut may be delayed until after the September internationals, according to Samuel Luckhurst of the Manchester Evening News. Now, I mean, I'm really hoping this is wrong. I just want to see Højlund out on the pitch playing for Manchester United. That's got to be the big thing as well, guys. Lee says if you can watch, you can hit the like button. Yeah, guys, drop a like as well. We're up. We've got 50 people in here. Smash a like as well. Only takes 1 second. Would really, really appreciate it as well. But Højlund may be out until after the internationals. That's another player, and that's a player we needed to start the season. And we might not have him until game week 5 or 6. It's not. It really, really has been a very, very disappointing start to this season, all things considered. From fitness to the form to the performances to results, it's not been good, guys. It just hasn't, and this really has been a cold start to the campaign for Manchester United, and it's very disappointing. Look, I know we came off a disappointing result right at the end of last season when we lost the FA Cup final, but we went on a little bit of a run towards the end of last year, and seemingly we've gone away, and over the preseason, it's just gone completely wrong. The players don't look fit. Whilst people might get upset and people might complain and moan and get on about like the actual losing to Burnley and stuff, I'm not too bothered. It was mostly an academy team, but what does concern me, and I can't lie about it, guys, is Manchester United have now played 2 extra friendly matches since the Premier League season started, against Everton last week and against Burnley yesterday. That has to show a lack of fitness. Why else would we be playing these matches? That is so damning if that's true, and it's so disappointing as well, because this is down to the coaching staff and the physios and the trainers to work out the best fitness way, to work the players back into full match fitness. Everybody else seems to be starting just perfect, and United's trying to go with a handbrake on. It's so difficult for Manchester United, and every match between Wolves and Tottenham, we've been outpaced, we've been outworked, outbattled. Our players look slow, we move the ball slow. There's nobody bursting in behind. There's not enough actual running either. So I would be massively concerned if I was Manchester United and Erik ten Hag. Have they got this whole fitness stuff wrong this pre-season? It's a massive, massive concern of mine. Lee says, never thought I'd see the team be this bad. Can't dwell in the past. Sima says, we need good signings this summer for United, but I can't see it happening. Yeah, look, there's a lot of reasons why it's not happening. The fair play stuff is a factor. The Glazer family is a factor. And that's what it's coming down to. It's coming down to the budget, and the budget's being hit somewhere by someone. I've always thought and always had the feeling it was the Glazer family. Liman says, would you plan any blame on the injuries for performances and results so far? I mean, yeah, we maybe could. Can't see Højlund being the saver we hope him to be, at least not this season. He is still so raw, hasn't the same forward upward trajectory Haaland has, and 73 is a huge gamble. I hope it works out. It is a big gamble, it is, but I think it will. I think there's enough raw talent in Højlund, enough ability, and some of the movement, the finishing. You can't teach it either. He just knows where the ball's going to drop. He just knows when to make the run, when to dart in front of the defenders, or when to sneak around the back post. I think, yeah, he will take a while for him to settle in, and I wish it didn't. I wish he could hit the ground running, because it's probably what we need, and I feel like he's going to come under a lot of pressure this season, and that's going to be because of the price, being the only striker brought into Manchester United, and United being short on goals anyway. He will be expected to address a lot of that. I still think a good season for Højlund is 15 to 20 goals in all competitions. And I think that's doable. I think the amount of matches we hope to play this season is probably going to be something similar to last year. So let's hope that he will hit those sort of targets. A goal every 3 matches across the season. If he plays 60 times, I think that's maybe doable. Um, Let me see as well. What else have we got? Irfan says, I am like Man United. It's very bad right now. It needs to improve. Abidi is saying as well, Ten Hag I want Amrabat, Felix, and Sana and Verratti to United will be very, very best next year. Luman says, our medical department are just like the owners, hopeless. Yes, good point. Don't know if you've watched the film Sliding Doors. I would like to see how we get on without Bruno and Rashford. Need to go back to basics and defend and attack as a team. Can't carry star players. I think Bruno's different than Rashford because I think Bruno does genuinely work hard and do a lot of running. I think part of Bruno's problem comes down to frustration, and he can be annoyed and he gets wound over. Now, some of the way he gets treated is ridiculous. Some of the treatment Bruno Fernandes gets from both referees and from opposition fans, the media, is so blown out of proportion. For a captain in the Premier League to get booked for speaking to the referee is a joke, because it is the captain's right to do so. That is why he is the captain as well. Lee says, well, we don't need players with big names. We need players who give 100%. Yeah, that's what we need. A team of hard workers will always beat a team of star players when the star players don't want to work hard. And, that's what it comes down to. Look at PSG. Messi, Mbappe, Neymar as a front three. Won nothing except for the French league. Didn't even come close. Like, that's what we're dealing with here. Preda says we should be sincere, even though we sign. Hope when the Glazers are here, our team will never be good. Even players are demoralised by the way the team treated Greenwood. I don't think we can really make a comment on the Greenwood part because we're not part of the dressing room. But I definitely can't agree with you on the Glazer family part. I think that's definitely a rotting impact within the club from the top down, and that's where it starts from. The rot starts at the top and it makes its way down. Goes from the Glazers to the board to the directors into the team into the players, and then the players into the fans. And it's just a ladder of negativity. It's just a constant waterfall coming from the top down. And once we stop that, I think that makes a big difference. Once it stops raining, it will stop, and United will genuinely be in a better place from top to bottom. Every aspect of this football club will be better. Let me see as well. Awari says United fans should contribute and buy Amrabat and Leonardo for United because we can't even loan them. Pay later makes more sense. Out of few millions. I mean, yeah, look, if it's going to be loaned to buy, I don't care. Just get the players in. That's what they need. Robert says, how can United hijack Leonardo deal for 20 million when they can't afford Amrabat deal for 21? Nonsense club. It is a nonsense club. Kofi says, Bruno and Rashford should be benched against Forest. I think you can drop Rashford. I'm just never going to drop Bruno because we've no way to make chances without Bruno Fernandes on that team. Do I think Ten Hag has also got disinterested and affected as he was expecting ownership changes? I think he would be annoyed. I think he would be expecting changes, but I think he still has to get on with the job. And that's what it's about. It's like if you guys work retail or whatever and you're told you're going to have a new manager coming in, you still got to work hard. You still got to do your own job. So yes, it's something to watch out for. It will be an adjustment period, and you do expect it to come, but you still got to do your own job as well. Absolutely. Stephanie says, agree. The club need to be shocked into action. Lee says, yep, Ten Hag will be affected. Irfan says, Mount out for 8 weeks as well. Yeah, guys, we're up to 31 likes, but we got 70 in the stream. So can we get up to, let's get up to 40 likes? And as well, guys, drop a sub as well if you guys do want to join in. We're so close to 2,000 subscribers. I think we need like 40 people to sub. So if you haven't subscribed already, please consider smashing that sub button, like as well. Lee says Greenwood out. Yeah, he's gone, man. Sima, Greenwood will not be back to United. They've agreed he will move on. If they can't sell him or loan him, they're going to mutually agree to rip up his contract, and that will be that. He will be leaving. Frida says as well, we should send him to the team, let alone by another player if they don't let Hudson be in reserve. Oh, Henderson. Yeah, Jeremy, man, we're on the road to 2K. Hopefully we get there very soon. Actually, I would love to get there between tonight and tomorrow night. Like that would be my, if I had to make a real wish. That could be it to hit 2K by the time I go on holidays. That would be brilliant. Limon says Greenwood out, Peter Griffith out. Yeah, I saw Peter at the start, I think. Haven't seen him since. But yeah, guys, we need, 42 subs. So if you guys haven't subbed already, please consider hitting that sub button. And let's get a look as well as some of the other stuff I wanted to go through as well on tonight's show. So I had mentioned at the start, United are trying to sell players and we're trying to bring players in. The way we're buying players at the minute, guys, we are looking down the back of the sofa. We are begging for loose change, and I guess we've made about $1 million, and that $1 million is from Noam Emran being sold to Groningen for 850,000 with a significant sell-on clause. This is disappointing as a player he needed a loan 2 seasons ago. We bought him for 2 million, we've sold him for 1. Yes, the sell-on clause is there, but this guy should have been given a loan when he needed it, and it might have made a complete difference to his Manchester United career. What's my prediction for Chelsea versus Luton? It's hard to look past the Chelsea win, regardless of how badly they've been playing. I still think they're going to win as well, guys. 33 likes as well. Big thank you, guys, as well. Smash a like if you haven't already. Can we get 40? And if you guys are new, please consider hitting that sub button. There's enough people in the chat right now. Hit that sub button. We can hit the 2K goal and send me on my holidays a very happy man, guys, as well. So big ups. Lee's going for a Chelsea 1-1. Yeah, it's an interesting one. What's Luton's results been so far? I think that they scored. I think they got a goal in the first match against Brighton. Can't really remember what happened last week. Obviously everything mentally affected by that United loss against Tottenham. We've blanked that out. Didn't happen. So guys, in terms of the poll, we have 41% saying, yeah, we're going to have a good end to the summer. I hope the 41% are correct. Then between maybe and no, the majority of people are saying it's not going to be great. Hopefully, it's somewhere in between. Hopefully, it's as good as possibly can be. Desire says, well, Chelsea will win 3-0. Let's hope so. Because I've got a couple of Chelsea players in my fantasy. So my FPL will thank me. If so. But yeah, I mean, look, watching Chelsea lose is always a good one as well, guys. Let me double check. Was there something else I had to go through on the agenda, or will we just open up to complete questions as well? Nope, don't actually think we do. All right, guys, any questions, any more thoughts, make sure to get them in down below. Would be much appreciated. The Burnley game got postponed. That's right, man. That's right. It was postponed. The stadium wasn't ready. I mean, that's a bit amateurish. Like, I know Luton's not a massive team, but come on. Let me see. An unnamed Albanian side have made a bid for missing Greenwood, says TalkSport. Now, I know Greenwood's going to go. I know he's not going to play for United, but man, he's not going to go to Albania. Like, that's just not going to happen either, guys. It's really not. Would be very surprised in that. The buy-on clause as well for Noam Emran is 25%. So United get 25% of all future sales. We're up to 33 likes, guys, so please smash a like as well. Let's get up to 40. If not for me, do it for Stephanie. Stephanie would love to see 40 likes on the stream. Dr. Schmeichel as well says, great content as always. Thank you. No worries, man. Like, I just love doing this as well. So this is genuinely best hour of my day, is just talking United with you guys as well. Always so good. Like, getting out of work, getting home, getting set up, getting on here, just talk about what we think as well. Guffey says, my lineup versus Forest will be Onana at left back, Delo, Shaw and Varane centre back, Wan-Bissaka, Martinez DM, Casemiro DM, and McTominay at right DM. Sancho in front of them, and then Garnacho, Højlund, and Anthony. I mean, yeah, maybe we could do that. I don't think Højlund's going to be fit to start. If he is, I mean, I would love him. I would love it if he did play. Absolutely. I think if he's going to play, it will be off the bench. That's my prediction there. Let me see as well. Prada says players are fit, but the way the team has handled Greenwood's issue has made players feel pity for him, and this has changed their attitude. I don't know, man. Look, he wasn't involved in the training, so it's not like it's taking someone's best mate who they see every day and pulling him out from under the rug. He hadn't been at Carrington in 18 months. But yeah, look, it's definitely been a distraction. Make no mistake about that. Lee says Greenwood is a class player. I mean, he was going to be at one point. Whether he ever gets there now after 18 months out, that's another question altogether that we have to answer. Chai or coffee? Oh man, taking coffee every day, man. Mass. I could I would drink honestly like 4 or 5 coffees a day if I could. So yeah, coffee's all the way, man. For me, Stephanie says everyone is jealous of the Family Guy. Oh no, wait, that's Peter Griffin. That's right. That's right. Actually, I forgot Liman has said about Peter Griffin. Lee says Sancho doesn't fit. Never does anything at United. You will see. I mean, I don't think he's played badly in the first 2 matches, but I still think he's a lot of stuff to do. He's a lot of work to do, especially on end product. He needs to be the opposite of what Anthony does. Anthony just wants to shoot and doesn't do anything else. Sancho never wants to shoot and wants to just pass it off. If Sancho could be a little bit braver, maybe it's a confidence thing. Maybe if he had a couple of goals and good performances, he would be shooting more often because I think he can do it. The team is teamwork the problem. Never seems to be a direct route to goal. Would like to see more of a central approach. I think it's just tactical. I think it's just the way we're setting up to play. The wingers tucking in just doesn't help. They need to hold the width as well. And I think the big example of that's going to be Pep City. They play a 4-3-3 most weeks. They play, like, even last season, and for many seasons, it was Riyad Mahrez on the right. It would have been Raheem Sterling on the left. Then it was Grealish. So both inverted wingers, both want to cut in. But what they do is they hold the width and they play as wide as possible. And they still get in, they still get their shots off. But United players are more interested in running straight into the middle of the pitch. It's really, really frustrating. We can see the issue. If you make the pitch bigger, it's going to give you more passes, and that's going to mean more opportunities, and more opportunities, more goals, more points, more wins, and that's what it's got to be about, guys. Ronnie says, well, I think Mo will be away. No way he turns down Saudi Arabia after offering him 175 million a year salary. I mean, that's just crazy, man. I don't think it's so hard to walk away from that kind of money, like it really is. Irfan says, Rashford goal on Saturday. I hope so. Lee says 175 million. I'd be gone. Absolutely. I mean, if they want to pay us guys, and I don't know, like we say we are 100th of the player that Mohamed Salah is, so 1.75 million. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Ronnie says I hope he goes too as a United fan. Yeah, absolutely. Stephanie, have I tried Brewdog Blackheart yet? Very similar to Guinness. I haven't really. No. I would normally stick to the Guinness. I would definitely have some Beamers as well, maybe some Murphys, but outside of that, I've had the Blackfords one, the Conor McGregor one, but that's about it really. I haven't tried the Brewdog one yet. Any more thoughts, guys? Make sure to get them in. And if you guys are new, please consider hitting that sub button. 39 subs between tonight and tomorrow. Can we get to 2K before I go on holidays? Would be so grateful if we can do that as well, guys. So thanks so much for the support as well. Honestly, 2 months ago we had about 500 subs. Like we've almost 4 times that in the last 2 months. Like that is crazy, and I could not do it without your guys' support. So thanks so much for everything you guys do for me. Honestly, it means the world. Let me see. Simon says United have sold out. Many fans outside the club as well, all other clubs in the world over the 5 years, and now you guys make us proud. Yeah, look, we've got to do better, man. We absolutely do. Luman, if I offered 175 million to support a Saudi club from Man United, would I be gone? I mean, I would just take the money and support United anyway. Like, but yeah, I mean, that's what I would do. Lee says would be gone for 10 bob at this rate. Gotta love Aquaman. Irfan says Anthony and Garnacho is not good for United. Rafael Leao, Mohamed Kudus would be very good. But I mean, you're still kind of getting into the same territory like of inverted wingers and stuff. If we want width, you need like a Palistri on the right, and you need, I don't even know, like there's such a lack of left-footed left wingers as well, because anyone who's left-footed plays on the right and look to cut in. It's just the way football's gone, and I think it's because of playing with one striker and the wingers are the guys scoring the goals. Stephanie says, I'm sharing your channel with all my friends. Timur. Two is Timur than none, only joking. Oh, yeah, I get you. Thank you, though, Stephanie. Big ups to anyone who shares as well, because I get it every week as well. It like shows me how many people like, how many people share, and the shares are always really high. So big ups to anyone who's sharing the channel as well. 100 votes on the poll almost. Let me double check and see what you guys have been voting for as well. 39% say, yeah, we're going to have a successful end to the summer. If you guys are right, I will be very happy. 28% are saying maybe, and 33, a third of the people are not saying United's not going to have a good end to the summer. I'm kind of siding towards you guys. This feels like the end of the Ollie era as well. If you guys remember that transfer window, we brought Varane in, we brought Sancho in, we brought Ronaldo in. Everything looked really good. And we had all of August to sign one player, and that player was a midfielder. We needed a holding midfielder. We kind of need a holding midfielder right now. We did not sign that player. We signed 3 players instead, which is the exact position we're in now as well. And then the season fell off the rails. So let's hope that we bring in the players we need in order to play the football we want and be a cohesive team. That's so important as well. Lemon says the philosophy army as well. TPA, big ups, guys. Stephanie, need to share the channel on all your social media platforms. Stephanie, are you like a social media star or something? Because like, dude, I don't know. Like, are you on Instagram or like anything? Do you have like a massive following that I don't know about? Irfan says, well, is star Barcelona Neymar, Messi, and Edo? I mean, yeah, they definitely were Barcelona stars at one point. Like, yeah, make no mistake about it. I don't know, guys. Been watching some Messi stuff as well in the MLS. That man is just taking the piss at this stage. Wouldn't mind a loan move for Messi in January. I mean, maybe we give David Beckham a call. Because it is their off season, so that he could come and play until June. Tell what, guys, let me know your thoughts on that one. Should we go in with a loan move until from January to June and bring Messi in? Give Bex a call and say, give us Lionel Messi on loan. Do you think he'll go for it? Let me know. Stephanie, thanks. I'm on it where it would be without your help. You've heard it from me. Ten Hag will go replace by Zinedine Zidane. I don't think so. I think Ten Hag's going to get the time. I think he can definitely turn it around and get to where he needs to be. An update coming in as well from Neil Custis. Now, Neil Custis is a weird one. During the week, he did happen to say that Cheikh Sim had just bought the club, which is really weird and really random. Don't know where that came from, but he has said Rasmus Højlund should be on the bench this week against Nottingham Forest. Let's hope so. Let's hope so, guys, as well. What do we got? We got 70 people in here. Drop a like in the video, guys. Let's hit 40. And as well, guys, please consider hitting that sub button. We need 39 subscribers to get to 2K. Been on the road for 2K for a while, so it would be absolutely massive if you guys could do it. Would really, really appreciate that. Sean's down there. Much love for the stream from all the guys down in Lisburn driving range. There we have it, man. And do you know what? Big ups as well. I'm assuming Niall McCabe's going to be there. I'm assuming Chrissy's there. Probably Rory Jeffers as well. So if you guys are watching, big ups. Big shout out to yourself, of course. Irfan says no to Messi. That's an interesting one. I don't think I've ever heard anyone in my life say no to Messi. Let me see as well. Rajat says United got amateur puppets running the club. Yeah, look, honestly, we said it last night. If we win the lottery, I think we should buy it and just run it ourselves. Let's see. Lee is saying, remember us when you're Stefan whenever my channel overtakes Goldbridge. Yeah, we got a while to go. I think Goldbridge's got 2 million. We're kind of getting there towards 2K. But if we can get there quickly, who knows? Maybe we'll be there by Christmas. Maybe I'll put that on the old Christmas list this year. 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Sounds fun. Yeah, so big ups, guys. What? We need 38 subscribers. Got a wee live counter up in front of me. So 38 to go, guys. If anybody hasn't subbed already, please consider hitting that button. Let me see. Who else have we got down here? Limon Rajat going at it as well. 103 votes on the poll as well, guys. 37% say, yeah, we're going to have a good end to the transfer window. 30% saying maybe, and 33% saying no. Yeah, there is no Lucky Singh in the chat as well. I don't know where Lucky is. But yeah, I hope Lucky's doing good as well. Benjamin is saying, guys, we like the video before even watching. Yeah, guys, drop a like as well. Stephanie's going to pick the lottery numbers for us. So what have we got this week, Stephanie? Any good ones? Let's hope for some winners as well. I think maybe we'll go for Euro Millions. It seems to be bigger jackpots as well. So we only did win it about 5 times in a row before that. Let's see what we've got here. An update from Sky Sports on the takeover. I'm sure this is going to be exactly the same story we've been told for about 3 months at this point. But we'll go through it as well. We'll have a quick look at it, guys. Let me see what have we got. Maybe it's going to tell us something new. I really doubt it. The two front runners to purchase the Red Devils are Qatar and Sheikh Jassim, and Ineos Sir Jim Radcliffe. Yes, we know that. According to Sky Sports, the Glazers are considering pulling a 180 and are unsure if we want to sell. Yeah, I mean, look, I've heard this story a billion times. They're gonna sell. They have to sell because their business model doesn't work anymore. Because United's not profitable, we're costing money, and they're not gonna put their money in. So that's just complete nonsense as well. So look, Sky Sports love to do this. Sky Sport have genuinely become gutter level journalism, and they're doing it all the time. They're just making stats up. They're making things up as well on live TV, and it's frustrating. But I mean, it's what gets them clicks. So let's just look, guys. We're gonna make a channel reel as well. I think we can kind of dismiss Sky Sports as a genuine news source as well. Lee says if I won 250 on the Euros, I would offer Maguire 150. Gotta love that one as well. Stephanie wants those 40 likes, guys. Yes, there is 50 people in here. 5 people. Smash the like would be so appreciated. Do it for Stephanie, do it for me, do it for the channel. And don't forget, guys, hit that sub button as well. Let me see, what are we on as well? 1962. We're getting close. We're getting very close to that 2K point as well, guys. 107 votes as well on the poll. We have 37 saying yes, 31 saying maybe, and 32% saying no. So it's quite a divided poll tonight, guys, have to say. But it does look like most of you guys, vast majority, are saying yes, not going to be a good end to the season. Let's see. Brentford are braced for Ivan Toney bids in January. This is coming in from the likes of Manchester United and Chelsea. Their valuation is around £80 million. Arsenal are also thought to be interested. I mean, we're not going to pay £80 million for Toney. There's no money. There's no value in buying from Premier League. It's just pointless, guys. It really is. Have to say that there one as well. What else have we got? Anything interesting? Greenwood bid from Albania. I mean, that's just never going to happen. I wouldn't put it past us selling Greenwood if a bid came in, because if he's not going to play for the club again, we may as well get some money out of it. But I don't think Albania is the one who's going to offer big money for Greenwood from Albania. Luman says Maguire only wants 12 million. He isn't that greedy. They won't sell. There are too many shareholders with strong political connections and influence. I think they eventually will. I think they'll take the money at some point, but man, they're taking a long time to get there as well. Okay, guys, with that in mind, gonna leave this stream here. So big ups to everyone for joining in this Thursday. Gonna be live tomorrow, so for the final stream, make sure to join me. So final stream for about a week or so as well, guys. Plenty of shorts, plenty of videos planned. Just need to get everything edited tonight and tomorrow. So make sure to keep an eye out for that stuff as well. Make sure to join me tomorrow as well, guys, 7:30. So see you guys then. Hopefully some better news as well. Big ups, guys. Have a good Friday, and I will see you all in time for the weekend.